Hello, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday I did my first video, and I'm really kind of chuffed, actually, to think about how it went. I'm not, an expert by any means, so please continue to be patient with me while I figure out how to do all this. But I thought that what I would do is, instead of talking about Amber Lynn, we can't call her that anymore, Amber Reed, I thought today that I would talk a little bit about my mon petit ami Chantal, because I think that she is just quite outrageous. These are some scary times. And before going any further, I hope that you're doing okay, you're looking after yourself and your family and those around you, and you're taking care of yourself during these kind of crazy times. My thoughts are with you if you are dealing with things that just are unimaginable at this time. But hopefully I can find some ways today during this video to make you laugh, and let's try to see what we can do. So this video is entitled Chinese Food Mukbang, again with Peetz, LOL. I never understood the Peetz thing, because allegedly, she was with Peetz, and she had an affair, allegedly, with BB, and that's how this whole thing kind of started. And now that she has had to move out of BB's house, she is now back with Peetz, which, yeah, why would you want to live with Chantal? I mean, let's tell the truth. Anyway, so let's get started. Here we go.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
You're the one who's being goddamn unprofessional here.
Those cats.
What can you see? Can you see us both here?
Yep.
My plate?
Oh my
Yep.
god. Okay, Peetz needs a haircut. Now, I'm wearing a hat because I can't go to the barber, but Peetz wants to look like that. Like, he chooses to look like that, and I find that's outrageous. Oh my god, Chantal.
Look at my little pon-pon.
Good goodness.
Hi, guys!
Hi.
No, you need to move over a bit. Your food is not in sight. We're kind of far away. Are we too far
So
away?
it looks like she's doing a
Look at this way,
mukbang,
guys.
which is in the title, so I guess it's a silly silly comment, but
Oh, well, you don't want
that's
to
a lot
look
of
so
food.
close right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're moving,
brothers and
we're
sisters,
moving.
I can eat,
We're
and I
just
love
moved
Chinese
kind of
food,
ugly
but
right now.
that's a
Yeah,
lot
2
of
days,
food, and
so-
if she eats that whole thing, I'm gonna be really annoyed. Simply
yeah,
because,
so,
I wish I could go to the
we're
Chinese
about,
buffet, but they're
2
closed
days
right now.
Moving, we're
But it looks like that's
tired.
where she is.
My legs are giving away. That's it. I'm out of
Why
here.
is she laughing like that? Do you think she washes her hair? Because Amber Lynn went 2 months. Do you think she washes that thing on her head?
Look, I look like a tomato. Okay, let's eat. You're here for the mukbang, not for the.
You don't look like a
Actually, they're
tomato.
for the
You look like
Yeah.
a setup.
They're here for the conversation. They're here to feel less lonely now that they're stuck at home in quarantine.
We're really
right?
not here for the conversation. We're here because this is
Yeah.
like a complete mess.
What is this crap?
And I think
Oh, it's plum sauce. You guys, I know I just did a Chinese food mukbang not long ago, but hey, when you're
Plum
craving
sauce.
something,
is that duck
Tomorrow?
sauce? I think duck
I
sauce
always
has
say this.
plum in it. I'm not sure.
You said not long ago that
I might be
wasn't
wrong.
gonna
I might be
eat
completely wrong.
it. But
I mean, we just moved.
yeah, we do need growth. You know what? I don't.
We weren't cooking today.
Yeah, but-
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. There's no way we were gonna be cooking today.
Yeah, but the problem is that I announce things.
I almost guarantee
Yeah.
that
it's
they
not-
don't
it's
cook
easier
anyway.
said than done
They could have just
than what I would
moved.
say. But no, I do need
But
to
I
do
really
portions,
don't see Peetz
And
or
there's no way
Chantal
we're
sitting
cooking.
in the kitchen and actually cooking and chopping things.
Yeah.
They probably cook very rarely,
No.
and when they do, I bet you it's like
Quick.
it's just like microwave
There's lots
trash.
behind you. There's curry on the table. Thank you. All right, so let's get to curry stains. Okay. So here we have some crispy chicken wings.
Well,
This has,
turmeric
spare ribs, which
stains.
look
That's
really
true.
good. Can I
It's
have
very
one?
true.
Can I just try one?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, look at these They look really good. Garlic spare ribs.
Wow. So
We're hungry.
they're in this situation, and like before Pete's even has like eaten his
I have
food,
my
she
rib
has to
jelly.
like get one.
It's mine.
You know, I guess we all have like that family
Egg
member that
rolls,
like
are
when you
these
don't
as
eat
spicy?
everything, that they just like start stealing food off your plate.
Dumplings.
But he's not done, and she just like absolutely just stole
Let me know
one
in
of
the
his.
comments if you guys
ribs.
would prefer we're a bit closer.
And did you mention if there was that I was having chicken fried rice?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm having
Sorry.
chicken fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like chicken fried rice, but that looks like a lot of
He's
food.
having chicken fried rice.
Oh, and he's like shoveling it into his
But you're
mouth.
having
He
beef
can't even
fried
like
rice.
eat. Wow.
Right, beef fried rice, yeah. Because beef is better than chicken.
I disagree. Good buffalo wings.
Beat a bite.
Better than beef, I think. Just me. I don't want your beauty bite.
Alright guys, this place has so goddamn many stairs.
Bah, à mon avis, elle est vachement
It
folle.
just has too many stairs. My legs are killing me.
Look what I got, guys. Aurora Drift gummies. It's legal here. They only have
Encouraged even.
C'est quoi ça?
2 milligrams of THC
Well, maybe not encouraged.
to relax because I've been having trouble sleeping. So, and I have a Diet Coke. So you have, what do you think of the place?
Who, me? Or them?
I think that
Ooh,
their
because
place looks
nobody-
stupid. I
nobody
think
likes
that
it
for
so
two
far.
people who are clearly very lazy, the
Outside.
fact that they got a
Got
place
my
with
own
stairs is
bedroom.
pretty outrageous. But Chantal's gonna use that as an
Next door
excuse,
to
just
the-
like order food. But surely, like pizza's gonna like have to go
It's
downstairs
just
to get
off-
it because
Yeah, we gotta. It's
you
gonna
know
have
she's
to-
not going up
we
and
could,
downstairs.
Ask the management.
Yeah. But who knows when they'll be able to get it fixed with the COVID thing.
Well, you'll have to just leave it. Unless, I don't know how to fix that. I don't even know how to put up curtains.
Yeah. I don't even know how to put my dust together.
She can't put up curtains. You just like put it on the rod and then you just string them across. Like I don't. Doesn't make any
just need a
sense.
screwdriver.
I think I have one back up the old place. Want to try a chicken one?
Yeah, well.
No. No, I don't like. I don't want to
This
eat your
part?
chicken wing.
I don't know.
Oh God.
I probably would.
She's gonna eat it anyway. She doesn't know if she can eat it, but she's gonna eat it anyway. She always eats everything.
They're good. They're crispy.
I'd probably eat that part, but I'm trash.
Yes, yeah, are you?
You're not. Do you like the drumsticks
Yes, he is.
or the wing?
So were you, Chantal.
I prefer drumsticks.
I'm the opposite.
I like it all, but I don't have to eat like 35 of them
So,
the way that they are. And the fact is like she's sitting there eating this food.
yeah, guys.
And
this
she
is
doesn't
our
even, like-
first mukbang. So
How
leave
could
in
you
the
even
comments
taste
if you
that? I mean, it's
prefer,
just like
the
covered
camera
in
to be a bit
sauce.
closer
Like
or
it doesn't
this
make any
good?
sense. To
We're going to be doing this on a regular basis. We need a second chair down here. 'Cause I
Please
wanna be
don't.
lugging my chair
no,
up the
don't,
stairs every
because
time.
Chantal is already like 600 pounds, and if you do this on a regular basis, she's going to become
I need to
1,500
get-
pounds.
Maybe bar stools or something.
Yeah.
Because this chair is also my chair.
She's
for
gonna break it.
upstairs,
She
so-
can't have a bar stool because if she were to sit there, it would hurt her back, and she's gonna break it. So she can't have a bar stool.
Couple of cheap
Goodness,
bar stools.
petas. Cheap bar stools, yeah, so she can break them. Oh my god, I would absolutely be over the moon if they were in the middle of a mukbang and they were sitting on their cheap bar stools from wherever, and she broke it and it was on camera.
I know
Oh
I
my
sound
god,
a lot out of breath.
that would be hilarious. I
do
wish you
normally,
would.
But I forgot. I'm supposed to take a puffer twice a day. And I really haven't been. I just forget. So I took
A
it.
puffer. Is she mean an inhaler?
I've been beezing.
Then her weight certainly isn't going to help
Ooh,
with
she
that,
told
is
them
it?
about the squirrel.
If she's asthmatic, then
I was about to...
Well, I'm going to put the video at the beginning of this video, so.
Yeah, here's a bad week.
the video of what?
I haven't asked, I haven't tweeted at Squirrel Girl yet to ask what that bad boy's name was. But he was a bad boy.
Now you have to tell them who Squirrel Girl is.
Squirrel Girl is
Squirrel
a superhero.
Girl. God, that Squirrel Girl is Chantal because she's always trying to get a nut. That girl, she be getting nuts from homeless men and everything. Gross.
And she's on Twitter.
She's so nasty.
I think Chef Warity should make a comic.
Dégueulasse.
They probably have.
What?
I'm sure they've done like a cheap ass, even like really it's like a 1-page comic that appeared like as an ad in comic books. Probably back in the 80s, they probably did that. Maybe the 90s.
Why does he talk like a robot? Like I don't understand. So when he talks,
Weird.
But
Stop.
yeah,
Just
corporate
talk.
comic books,
right? Like you don't.
like comic books about like that are just advertising.
Okay.
Never
So
good.
dumb.
They are never good.
Chantal. She just looks like just such a une vache.
Need napkins. I'm using the J cloth.
Une vache. You know,
Why
like
do you
that
give us so
cheese,
many
la vache qui
portions?
rit. Hers is
Is it
la
food
vache qui
for
mange.
five?
Elle mange toujours.
And I think one of them. Oh no, it was just one. For a second, it looked like there were 2 cookies in one of the packages.
Man, these have shrimp. Is the plural of shrimp shrimps?
Yes.
No. I don't think
I don't
so.
actually know if that's true.
Is
but
it?
I don't care.
I thought it was like one of those like
I have
those
the
words that
plural.
like
I
it's
have the
like
plural.
singular and plural. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you might be able
I
to.
don't. That doesn't feel right. Shrimps. No, I think it's just shrimp.
Oh, this is good. So Peetz is going to be working from home?
Trop de
Yeah,
sauce.
that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I'll try not to bug you.
Yeah, keep the screaming tear cats to a.
Like I feel like this is really gross to like watch them while they do this. Like I feel like
Okay,
You know,
but
there
they're off, it's
are-
fair game.
people that are very less fortunate than them,
When I'm off
and
this
they
weekend, so you wanna
don't
wake
know where
up
the
and
next
make
meal is
food.
coming from, and we've all been in those situations where money gets tight. But
The walls are kind of
this
thin
just looks
here.
like so gluttonous.
Oh well.
Is that the two of them better keep it quiet then, because you know what they're going to be getting up to. Because Chantal, you know, Squirrel Girl,
So these
she's a pig.
are spicy peanut dumplings. Oh, what's inside? I think it's pork.
She's such a pig.
Mm.
Whenever she does that, it really fucks me up.
Well,
It really makes me mad.
She,
That she,
slept at
that
her old apartment last
like
night 'cause
she has problems
she went to pick up her cats and she got super tired.
because she's talking up with BB.
So I was like,
You know, here's the
salt.
gig. You
I ordered
just
a pizza.
moved, and you know, like
So
that
I am the
when you
first
like
person to
move
order a pizza
and
out
you
of the two of us to this new
you're
restaurant.
like excited to be in your new place, you know, all these things. But she
Which
slept
is
over
not
at
how
her
we would
old
expect to
place
I came in, I
because
saw the pizza box. I'm like, I didn't order pizza.
Squirrel Girl.
I swear.
For a minute, you thought, did I order pizza?
Yeah.
Am I sleep ordering out now?
Ordering out, it's takeout or ordering in, isn't
I'm
it?
gonna go back to the apartment.
Okay, you know,
tonight.
they're just dumb. These are two of the dumbest
Get
people
the
I've
cat.
ever seen.
Get a few more things. And yeah.
What things, Chantal?
I'm fairly
What
excited
things do you need to go get from your
My
old
first time
flat?
eating salmon.
Yeah.
I keep trying to convince her to leave Casey with her ex.
I hope she licks you and bugs you.
She won't, because nobody likes him. I mean, seriously, this is like not a thing. I cannot
so
believe that this girl
nice.
over here, she just sits there.
We have this like
And-
years running gag where he makes fun of my cat.
15 years now. As long as you've had Casey, I've been making fun of her.
Because he's mean.
Yep.
But
So are you.
I think
You're
she'll
mean too.
adapt fast
And every
enough.
time that I see you on these stupid videos, you're over here
She'll be
eating
like, "Ooh."
and you troll your audience, and the way that you
Double
speak to
pets.
us is outrageous. You know, the fact is that at the end of the day, look, Chantal, I mean, you could sit there and eat all that food. You can do whatever.
They don't know what
But
mercy
there's
is.
no difference between you and Amber. You one in the same.
Her head is shaped like a wedge.
One in the
So
same.
like grab it.
And don't forget,
She
you
likes it, she
dox
goes like
people,
this,
and so I
with
don't
her
dig
wet
that
head,
either.
And he goes like this, and one day I'm just like, why do you do that to her head? He's like, I'm showing her no mercy. So,
I think, like, okay, so Chantal's like one of these people who finds herself like outrageously funny. She like sits there and she makes herself laugh over nothing. Probably because when she was in school, I bet
How's
you,
the rice?
well, in my opinion, she probably had like no friends,
we
and
gotta
she
get
was
the
like that girl who
cats.
sat in the
We're
canteen
gonna
by
have to
herself
set it
and
up
like
now.
talked to herself, whatever. But it wasn't because of any reason except for that she's not a nice person,
I
and
guess
so
just, like,
people didn't like her.
if you can
That's-
help me
I mean,
carry
that's
the
true.
Yeah.
litter up the
She's
stairs,
terrible,
grab
terrible
one, you grab
person.
one.
Grab two.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. And then gotta each
Excuse me.
carry a cat out. And then I need to cut out a huge cardboard thing.
Can I carry Sam?
Yes, he's heavy. Have fun carrying the chonky. Oh yeah, because Beeson reminded us, because whenever we were picking up, excuse me, the rest of his stuff at his place, his old place.
So, like, for example, I have a
I'm sitting in
cat,
the
and that's
car,
why the camera is shaking,
daydreaming,
because he just jumped on the table.
And
He's a Bengal cat, and he
I looked
eats
behind me, there's a car
very,
parked
like,
behind me.
lean, like,
I
raw
see a
food.
squirrel come out from under,
But
like, one of the
Chantal's cats are
wheels,
fat,
out from
and she
under,
wouldn't
like,
find that be
inside the-
problematic
up in the
because
car,
she
with a
is
nut
fat
in her
herself, and so she wouldn't
And
care about her health, let
oh, no,
alone
he's
her
gonna get
cat's
run over.
health.
So I
Like,
went
she's
out and I
not.
shoot him away, and I saw it because I saw an article. Squirrels actually cause a mechanical breakdown of this guy's car, and when he brought it to the mechanic, he opened like the hood, and there was all like thousands and thousands.
I've heard of that
nuts
happening.
That the squirrel had stored there. It's like King Beezer.
I've
So
heard about
that's
that,
what
but
the squirrel
what
was
that kind
trying
of
to
happened to my
do,
mom
and then when
once.
that car
She
drove
was
off,
driving,
tried to
and her
do
car
her
stopped,
car.
and it was because
it was so cute.
squirrels or some kind of animal had like chewed the wiring.
But
It was a
also-
brand new car too,
So bad.
but I hate when she says beeson. I don't know what that means. I think that she used it like misbehaving. I think
Bad boy.
beeson.
My
Chantal
nose
is
is
beeson. Set up.
I also have trouble. I'm a mouth breather, so I have trouble breathing in my nose when I'm eating. So I'm like breathing
Quoi?
funny, especially since I eat a lot of hot stuff.
Mais tu
My
manges.
nose is stuffy.
Ta bouche est toujours pleine, donc.
Like, I know fat people, a lot of them, or overweight people, I should say, have more trouble
She
breathing.
should have
than
said a
normal
lot of
people.
them. She should have said a lot of
There's no
us
reason.
because she's
Just saying, you know.
she's not thin. You know, I mean, and, you know, who cares about being thin? I don't care about you're skinny, whatever. But she,
Are you full?
I am.
you know, she's not even trying. She didn't even care.
What Let's Play do you want to watch?
She'd rather sit around and
Um,
do nothing. Oh my God.
trying to think of one that.
Oh, she's so gross. And even Pizza sit back. He's like, okay, I've had a few spoonfuls and I'm full. And she's just like, I can't stop. I wonder if it's like, you know, like when people, they can't, like their brain doesn't say enough is enough. Like, okay, we've all been there before. We probably had a night out with your friends. You had so much to drink and your brain just never says stop, right? Like you just have too much. But I feel like that's her every day. And that's what's got her into this current situation is that she's just like, well,
There's
her brain doesn't have that mechanism to say stop it.
plays an android,
Not making excuses for her, but
who just fight against other androids and robots and stuff. I don't really know much detail about the story.
He sounds like a robot android. I already said that earlier, but he does. That's what I mean. It's terrible. And she hasn't even like taken like 2 seconds to like try her food and actually see if she likes it. And that's the problem, is that she doesn't have the ability to like taste it, savor it, whatever. Now don't get me wrong. At a good Chinese buffet, I'll
I go for more for like,
you know, it's like that Simpsons episode where he went to the buffet and the buffet was like all you can eat, and then he was like, they kicked him out, and he was, you know, Homer was mad. But that's Chantal. Now, if I owned a restaurant, which I love to cook, I love to do all these things, but I wouldn't open up a buffet in her town, because that girl would go there and she would like literally all you can eat. She would eat the whole damn buffet. She would.
Absolutely wild.
Cochon.
And
That's the
just,
word
like,
for her.
loads
Cochon.
of fun.
yeah.
Like dodging around and.
Oh my god. I wonder, like, you know, because like I said, I love to eat, but I wonder if I look like that. I mean, if I look like that, then I would just hope that my loved ones, my husband, whatever, would tell me, stop looking like a pig. Like I would really hope that they would. You know, if you took me to like Taco Bell, like, I mean, they're becoming quite popular in the country that I live in these days. So it's like one of those where, like, I mean, I could eat some Taco Bell, but I would hope I don't look like that, because I mean that's gross. It's gross. Never mind.
One more way. Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Pizza's like well done. Like, he's done eating his food, and he has been done. And here goes Chantal, and she didn't even breathe. She says that she breathes through her mouth, but if she's eating all the time, how does she breathe? Maybe. Never mind. I don't want to be like too harsh, but like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, life is
That whole thing is
strange too,
ridiculous.
I think in particular.
Gosh, she's so gross. Il faut arrêter.
Sort of butted.
Ça suffit.
Can you guys comment some things that you'd like to see us cook? Or me cook?
And we eat.
No, because I don't want to see you cook anything, because you're not going to cook anything. You lying salope. What you're going to do is you're going to sit there and pretend you cooked it. You're going to do like an Amber Lynn Reed thing,
Yeah.
where like you just like put like some onion powder and some garlic salt on some like salmon, and you just like, you know, fry the hell out of it. That's all she's going to do. But I could comment down here and say, well, I would like her to make a vindaloo, and she's not going to do that. I could comment at the bottom that I would like to see her eat some, you know,
Olives.
I don't know, some...
But like food, like...
I like to see her cook like an omelet. She's not going to do that either. She said, with olives. Olives are full of fat, and on keto, that's delicious. But she's not on keto. She carbs it up with all the sauces. It's like that time when she talked about that guy who she let him like touch her boobs or something, because that was it, because he didn't bring her like the sauce that she wanted, like with her food. She is prostituée.
It's a pain, but it would be something fun to do for a video.
True.
It's not a pain once, and plus, like...
It wouldn't be fun, because nothing that you do is fun.
You know, like, I wanted to get this kitchen so that I could cook more in it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So...
Mensonge. She is a liar.
Cook, right?
Yep.
Lies,
And
lies,
she put
lies.
that to good use.
No, you cannot cook.
Yep.
Because if you could
Plus, you
cook,
know,
you would be doing it by now, sister, but you ain't be doing nothing. All you be doing is calling the Pizza Hut down the street. That's all you be doing.
You know, once in a while.
Pizza.
And yes, we are milking this moving thing with the takeout. But I think this will be tomorrow's video, so tomorrow we'll eat something normal. I'll go do groceries, and then I gotta make a menu.
She's gonna go back to the farm boy, take a dump, and not wash her hands.
Yeah.
That's what she's gonna do, isn't it? She really pisses me off. Oh my god.
Okay. So I think I got that calendar. I gotta make a menu.
She's so dumb.
For my videos. So I gotta come up with some
Look at her
So
face.
comment some things, like comment.
You don't have any recipes, sister. You don't have any recipes.
Yes.
She don't have any recipes. I
This
checked.
one
She
was
don't have no
right in front of me,
recipe.
so I
She got
think
one
that is
recipe,
my
and that's the
calling.
number. The number for
Can
the
you put the
takeout
camera
service. That's the only
a bit
recipe she
closer?
got.
Um,
No, please don't, because then we could probably
And then-
smell you, and I want to
so
do
I'd
that.
like to see.
He coughed.
I
He
gotta
didn't sneeze.
Get my ring light from the apartment.
Pizza.
Very little is needed to make a happy life.
Please
Wrong.
don't.
Confession of our faults is the next thing to innocence. Boring.
What's that even mean?
We got two. We each got two.
I wonder, like, if their fortune cookies are bilang. Probably not.
Go ahead.
Romance is just around the corner. Ooh la la, ladies.
Yeah, probably one of my
Romance is
creepy
around the
fans.
corner. It's not around the corner. It's actually right next to you.
Or
Because
your
that
creepy
girl,
fan.
she be
Yeah.
humping everything.
I've got creepy fans now.
I don't have any. I'm single and
Peetz
not one
has
single
no
person has
fans.
it. No, I mean-
Trust. What is it that
But
the
because
gaming
I'm
ground? What does he call
stuffing
him?
my
Like
face with
Peter
chicken
Peetz
wings
Peetz.
with no
He has no
makeup,
fans.
and I fart on camera. I can't blame them.
She farts on camera. She also sharts
My
on
boyfriend
camera.
anyways.
She's a nasty pig. Cochon.
You will become an accomplished writer.
She don't want a boyfriend because then
Why?
she can't
How do you
sleep with
know?
everybody that that
Because you
that
don't
walks
like
past her. Because if she's a boyfriend, she has to be monogamous, and that girl, she can't.
Timestamp it.
Oh,
People hate when I fart.
she just shit her
You tell
pants,
me to leave them in. It's your fault.
dude.
People love
She
farts.
just
No,
absolutely
they don't. They tell
Some
me I'm
people-
gross and they make fun of me.
flooded her
Some people hate
panties.
farts.
She
Those
just
people are
shit
bored.
herself. Oh my
They're
god!
funny.
Sorry,
Do
bored.
you know that time when Evelyn
Most
she
people
farted on camera too
love
and
farts.
then lied and said it was her dog?
Yeah,
She
but
is such a
people think I'm
liar.
gross.
Farts are funny.
Farts are not funny. Well, I think aren't they funny? Like they might be funny sometimes, but like her farts are not funny because you know that at the same time she's like pooping her pants, and she's sitting
So-
there. Oh, and Pete's is over there
Alright,
sniffing it.
I
Pig.
forgot to empty my
Les
trash,
deux sont
so
cochons.
my memory ran out. So I guess that's it.
So now you're just sitting there, and Pete's is like,
I'm gonna go watch something. I think
mm,
there's
j'adore
some-
quand
I
tu
should have
pètes.
gloves on. What am I thinking?
That's what he's saying.
Oh, right. That would have helped.
Look at the face that she makes when she like says that question. She's only saying that because she's like
It was
hoping
just,
for like
so,
a quicker,
I still
funny
had my
reaction from Pete's, but
CPAP
actually
machine there.
he's so
My
plain
bed
and
was
like
still the same
boring
way I
that
left it.
she's not gonna get what she's
You know, like my familiar bed, and it was so
CPAP
cozy. I
machine.
just passed out.
For the love of God, her
I've
CPAP
not slept in my
machine.
new bed yet. Okay, guys. So thank you for joining us for this silly. I don't know what you want to
You're not
call it.
welcome. Putain,
Shit show.
pétasse,
3-ring circus.
salope, connasse,
Eat.
prostituée, cochon.
Eat a Rooney.
I don't know.
You,
Eat nanny.
you said
Eat
your eggs
a
are hard.
Rooney.
I meant legs.
No one
Also, I'm calling this an eat nanny.
An eating nanny?
Like a hoop nanny. But eaten.
So boring.
Oh, I think I deleted the beacon photo of the squirrel.
So tired of this.
No, I've got one on my phone.
Yeah, with no commentary. So
Beeson.
nobody knows why it's
She's
funny.
such trash.
I'll have to voice over.
I mean, I've just got like a picture.
Okay, guys. I think you've had enough of us for one day. A little bit more might be toxic. So
We definitely have, because
Thank you for joining
are
us.
dumb. He's just like the stupidest person. My God, she sits there and takes dumps at the grocery store during these times and wash her hands. She sits there and she alleges that she cleans things and her hand smells like bleach, but it doesn't. Look at her face right there. She can't breathe. She's like terrible, and she makes a lot of money doing this, I think. She shit her pants. That's why she's sitting there. You know, she hasn't got up yet. She's go check. She got skid marks all over her panties. So ridiculous. I mean, all of it is. She looks, you know, her hair like that. Do you know, in Beetlejuice, when he's sitting there and then it shrinks his head, you know, at the end? That's what she looks like.
Stop the video!
She's such a
I am embarrassing you by looking at the camera.
She embarrasses herself. I don't think she needs anyone to embarrass her. She embarrasses herself because can you imagine like if her family saw this? She said that her granddad or somebody had been like looking at her videos. Can you imagine if they saw this? I've done plenty in my life that my parents are not proud of, but like that's not. I don't know how you could even like suspect that somebody would be proud of that. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh, please just hurry up and end this stupid.
All right, I'm out. Bye.
God. Okay, so thank God for that. I don't know if we want this in English or French. I'm not bothered either way. I guess English for now. But if you want me to do more in French, then just comment down below. Hopefully, none of the insults that I called her today were too confusing for you. But yeah, like what a life, what an existence. There are people out here saving lives, making a difference in these troubling times, and there's her fat ass sitting there eating a Chinese buffet at home and acting like it's a one-off occasion. Lying salope. Merci, au revoir, bye.